All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is a challenge to me. If I can get comedy gold out of the Daily Grim News. The Daily News is not like the Post, which has an underlying veneer of comedy in it, and dark comedy as it is, because it is the news, and the news can be dark. No, no, no. This is what you call your dark liberal comedy. It's a more liberal paper, and it has a grim news. There's not one ounce of like what you call funny. But I will challenge myself. Yes, challenge myself to find the funny, the daily news. Okay, bigger than the average fare increase at MTA. This just makes me very happy because I'm never going to go on the subway again, my friend. Look, I don't think they're going to get away with raising the rents or the MTA so we could be going to the subway and be accosted by various maniacs, killers, robbers, juvenile delinquents, and non-juvenile delinquents. Anything could happen. There's ninjas in the subway. Guys with samurai swords knocking people in their head. Women who dress up as goblins and beat the hell out of young women on their birthdays. Yes, overweight women and goblins. Not that I should look and say this, wait, you overweight, you're a bad person. No, no, bad people are the people who dress up in goblin who have weight problems and maybe are bitter against people who are felt. There's no reason for that. You could be a jolly fat person. I have never gotten any costume and assaulted anyone of a lesser weight. I've never done it. I never will because I'm a good person. Besides, I look like Santa Claus, and Santa Claus or Odin, and I don't want to make him look good bad. Now, serial squatter suspect cuffed in hotel room. I didn't even know you could have a career at that. This guy, 55 years old, goes to the hotel room, squats for the day in a rich hotel room, and then moves up like a gypsy, like a hotel violating gypsy. I never heard anything like this in my life. What is the world coming to? And he got a hotel key because somebody dropped it, and he's in the hotel. Apparently, he goes into hotels, robs them, robs people in the hotels, and he's getting in trouble for stealing rooms and not paying for them, and maybe go into a liquor wine cabinet. But he got caught. He got fooled. He didn't get away with it this time. That little gypsy. I suspect he's a gypsy. I have no proof. It's just my attitude towards gypsies. Maybe I was given the wrong palm reading at one point. Hosanna hints for a rat czar with virulent vimins for his vermin. Oh, Peter's going to be mad about this. We have a lot of rats. I used to go out when I worked out years ago. I would go, and my partner and me, this is not my partner in the homosexual sense, but a friend of mine who was a girl, and we would go and we would work out. And we would go past the rats, and the rats were in the city at night. And when you wake up early in the morning, there are a lot of rats out there. No people, there are many rats. Well, anyway, the czar, he's going to be the rat czar, and the rat czar is going to kill the rats and wipe out the rats. He's talking about a holocaust of rat killing. He's talking about genocide against rats. I think he goes too far. The mayor was going on about genocide against rats. Yet he's very soft on lunatics who are killing people in the subways, ironically. And I call that speciesism. Speciesism. Let's see what else is going on. Whole subway shut. Oh, the subway suspect, the judge said, "Hey, you got to come to court." And he's denying it. Now, this guy is a suspect in a shooting in a subway in which he went to Brooklyn and he shot everybody. And he thinks that we're really prejudiced against. Well, we are. And I don't understand why he's called the suspect. But there's film of him shooting people. What is he going to say? I have a doppelganger? A doppelganger. Would that be it? I don't know. He came all the way from the Midwest to shoot New Yorkers, and he said he was a killing white people, but he was very ineffective because he went to a borough of Brooklyn where there was much what you call your basic diversity. So he ended up shooting people who were of color who actually didn't mind being around white people and mixing in, and that was enough to set this lunatic off. He gives schizophrenia a bad name, paranoid schizophrenia. By the way, I think we should go that not all schizophrenics are paranoid. Some are just suspicious. Why? Ah, proponents renew push to seal criminal records. Now this is interesting. Now they don't want the boss or a landlord to know that you're a murderer. Yes, yes. They seal you as if you were doing it when you were 15. You can have a long record. Now I don't know. After I come out of the subway and get murdered by women who dress like goblins, I will then go to work and work alongside a criminal with a criminal record and not even know about it until he breaks. We have a little argument over the Kentucky Fried Chicken thing, and he kills me because that's what they do. They kill people. He's been in prison for 10 years and now he's out, and he isn't happy about working in Kentucky Fried Chicken. Or nor would I be working in Kentucky Fried Chicken, but I wouldn't kill anybody. I wouldn't have a crowbar on me. They had these lesbians were attacking this guy, and you know what he had behind there? He'd just been out of prison, a crowbar. He needed lesbians can be really tough. Shh, what's going on here? Actress killer gets 1 to 3 years. I thought when you kill somebody, you get a little time. Apparently, this woman, who was a lesbian, by the way, she had a wife, but the middle-aged woman, you're 65, you would think, you think lesbians, I think lesbians, but no, she was an old lesbian, and she was in this crosswalk, and this guy came on this bike, and he killed her. And then you know what? He dusted himself off, looked down at her, see that his bike was running, then went to the store. He was a hit and run guy. Now these guys with their bikes, I don't like. I was that age too. This woman was 65. I'm 63. I could be running by a bike. I don't know how sturdy I am anymore. I could break a hip. That would be the end of me. These bike riders, I hate bikes. At least if you get run over and killed by a car, you have a certain amount of dignity. But being killed by a bicycle, conspiracy. What's that? Conspiracy. Oh, most foul. What happened? The insurrection. Which maybe I don't, I look. Maybe I'm on the conservative side, but I don't think the insurrection was that bad. Nobody was killed. No, they weren't killed, except for that young woman who was shot unarmed, trying to break into through a window by a Capitol police officer. The other guys didn't. They got injured. Now that what happened? Of course, they stole the election. The Bolshevik Biden stole the election, and they're bad, and everybody knows it. And so, and the people who these troopers have been getting bushwhacked and punched at for 4 years by Antifa and all those radicals. And now they wanted to fight back because they had been stolen by the Bolshevik Biden and the conspiracy between the FBI, Twitter, and the corporations that they hid the Hunter Biden's nastiness in the corruption of the Bidens. Corrupt. And this woman went getting the papers because Kanye West, who's a lunatic, by the way, but Italian, a lunatic, a multi-billionaire. He says a lot. He says some pro-Nazi things. Now, let me tell you something. I disagree with Kanye West. No, Hitler was not a nice person, and he did a lot of bad things. And he liked Blondie, his dog, and he was fairly nice to his girlfriend Frida, Fraulein, whatever. But he still killed them when he was cornered, and they got him in the bunker. He was a bad person. bad person. Then they had a Holocaust denier, Mr. Something Fuentes. He brought to a meeting with the Donald Trump. Well, no, this is not good. But Donald didn't know who Fuentes was, and Fuentes has a Spanish name. Yet he's a white supremacist, which means to me, there's no difference. You can't. What are you going to put a color chart? People can be Spanish and people of color. Look, I'm people of color. I'm not white. I'm sort of off pink. Probably with my high blood pressure, I have more problems than you would think. I'm also red in the face next at this point. Oh, conspiracy no style. Oh, yeah, this is the whole thing you're saying. As I say, I think what we should do is have a fair fight between the 100 million people who supported the Biden, or Ice Cream Joe, and I think we should have all the Trumpers come together and we get. Of course, I would be the 100 million who would just watch because I am no longer of the shape. My good right hand is not what it once was, and it's rather slow. I would have to have the other person who I would fight intentionally stand still for a while until I could punch him in the stone. Anyway, this is my daily news thing. It's a regular challenge to get the comedy out of this, but I died. Okay, I'm gonna go away. I'm gonna go away. I'm gonna go away. Okay. Oh, wait, where should I go? Oh, wait, how do I set buttons? Oh, goodness. Oh, yes.